Hey, it's Claudia from Hands to Paws. I boo-booed tonight. I did my thumbnail wrong. Forgot to put it up. I was just in a rush to get the description up. And Claudia from What's Up Dog, one word, capital W, capital U, capital D, as in a dog name. What's up, dog? Where we're a channel, we talk all things dog. And I am actively becoming a part of the YouTube community. And we have been discussing Summer Wells because she had 20 dogs on the property, and she is our official Paw Patrol leader for the awareness team. She had a dog named Lucky, but she couldn't say Lucky, so she said Yucky. And that is the dog's name. And it looks like that Yucky may have puppies. And we are not taking any donations at this time. We are not a monetized channel at this time. We are trying to be a monetized channel. You need 4,000 hours of view time and 1,000 subscribers. So I have so much to say tonight. Hey, who's on here? Do not have both. I'm streaming off of StreamYard, which is incredibly easy to use, and I would recommend it. Eventually, I'll put a link to StreamYard and see if so you can go get StreamYard if you are also interested in becoming a YouTuber. Oh, hey, Ren, I didn't know. What's up, dog? I didn't think you were going to be on tonight. I was just jumped on live at True Crime Exposed. Let me go back to StreamYard on two. I'm streaming on 2 platforms tonight. With StreamYard, you can stream on multiple platforms, way more than 2. I'm streaming on my personal page, which will become a coffee channel. Doesn't mean it'll be a morning coffee channel. Okay, guys? Don't have to drink coffee in the morning. And Hands to Paws, where you learn all things styling in dogs, behavior, good behavior, nail cutting, ear care, maintenance. We are the doodle capital of the world, right next to Ocala, where it's the horse capital of the world. Isn't that cool? Doodle capital, horse capital. And I follow Think Media. So if you want to learn how to be a YouTuber, how you monetize, what kind of content you should put out, what is your niche, what is your reason why, then I would recommend that you start following them. All right, so we have been discussing Summer Wells, and we are asking for donations to go to, if you would like to donate, to Hawkins County Humane Society in the name of Summer Wells' Paw Patrol puppies, because she is the leader of the Paw Patrol awareness team. And she, this little girl, Mary, did you know, is bringing awareness. I can no longer use the word. I have to come up with another word for that. Ren, I need help. I have to make up a word. I don't know what the YouTubers use for that word, but I was watching 1020. She's great. 1020 is the name of her channel. And she kept using that word, and that was the only word she used. And she said she was going to get flagged. So that might be, well, I don't have that many subscribers. I'm not that big of a channel. I'm just a little bitty thing. But it could be a reason why the videos aren't fluctuating as much as I think they should. So I'm going to try not to use that word. So I have to come up with another word to describe that children are on the bottom of the AB chain and dogs are right below in that AB chain. AB works for right now. Do you think? Text me the word. The word is, I will text you the word. Give me a minute. It's give me a minute because I have Jody Sue's page pulled up because I want to talk about Jody Sue. I want to talk about somebody that has publicly spoken out, who's getting a little, if you don't think you are Jody Sue, you are getting a little vindication on hearing a scream from this child and it not being listened to, being discussed, being dismissed because it didn't fit the timeline, because there was a live with Candace and Yucky and Yucky's puppies. She had a puppy named Dallas-san, super cute. And Candace changed her timeline. I did not catch this. I can take no credit for this. I am not a true crimer. That is not my alertness. My alertness is dogs. My perception. Oh, you want to be on with me? Great. Let me get you a link. Her perception, however, that is from Michelle Walks, Michelle After Dark. And her perception was instantaneously the timeline changed. And that is what happened last night with the help of her new publicist. And listen, guys, I'm pretty savvy in this area. This ain't good news. If the Wells were asking me anything, I would tell them, you need to get a lawyer. You should go get a lawyer. You should not have this man represent anything. He's not helping you. Not helping you. Not helping you at all. Did it go in there, Ren? Yes. So I just posted it in the comments, the link. This will be the first time, so let's see how this works. We may be able to, expectations, first time. Hey, I just learned how to get the link in there because I'm brand new to being a YouTuber. Dude, what's up, dog? It's Claudia from Hands to Paws, workroom style swag. All right, so that was some big news. And if you've been following this case, you're not following this case, Little Summer Wells is a 5-year-old little girl who is missing from the mountains of Tennessee. She has been missing now for 7 months. Her case is all over YouTube, all over mainstream. It is getting a tremendous amount of attention, and so are her parents, and they are creating a tremendous amount of attention. However, through all of this, it is bringing a tremendous amount of awareness to parents and educating them on SA and grooming, not as in dogs, and what to be aware of and look for. So one of the things that we bring awareness for, that Gabby Petito's family and Gabby Petito brought us awareness. And now we have Little Summer Wells, who has, girl, you are changing things, little one. You are changing and you're going to be found. Okay. And this is the distress signal. Anybody that is suffering any kind of, I'll say AD, you're going to have to figure the AD. Yeah. I'm dyslexic. Not like some people. I'm really dyslexic. And you know when it shows up? It shows up when I'm thinking really fast and I go to spell. And then oh, good, it's going to work. And you do it. So I'm going to invite Ren on. Right now we have a guest. And then we're going to read some things from Jody Sue's Facebook page because she has openly discussed her DV and she has removed herself from situations and she doesn't want to see her or her family continue to be traumatized by this very bad campaign that people are doing. In fact, the people that everybody's watching right now are doing. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, what up?
What's up, dog? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Where's the controller? Nintendo controller with the name.
Oh, boy. Right here.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
My other buddy sent me another one.
That's so cool. Do you have the racks where you hang them all up, your different ones, the ones, I guess, I don't know what you guys do, use them for different games? Yep. That's so funny. Yep. I bought them for the grandkids, where they can hang different ones and this, so they can be organized and they don't wind up on the floor.
Yep.
But they're expensive, those controllers.
I have many of them.
Yes. Yes. True gamers do.
This
I'm going to start doing the first time ever
white
gaming with
rack
mice.
has about 10 controllers on it.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you're a gamer all the way. So
I
you've
just
been
game on a
following.
little TV.
What is that?
That's my little gaming TV.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yep. I used to not like, YouTube and the gamers, I'd be like, like the typical grandma, what is that? What are you watching? And now I'm all like, what is that? What are you watching? What are you doing there? Is that YouTube? Before I was like, turn that YouTube off.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, gamers know everything.
Yep. Now
Gamers
you know where we're going.
Yeah. It's
Funny.
it is funny. So what do you think, Ren, that was really Lucky Yucky on camera?
If it was, it sure changed.
Wasn't the original dog black and white?
I thought so.
I did too. And I keep hearing other people make comments on it, but
she said that the white disappeared as it growed. Now
I'm gonna do my Megyn Kelly. This is my new Megyn Kelly move. I don't know if you ever watch her, but like she'll do all the vaccine things, right? And she'll give different opinions. But she goes, go watch her, because I'm gonna perfect it. Because she'll talk and then she'll go.
Okay, I've in all my years of having dogs, I've never had one that changed colors other than my blue heelers, which were born white and then they turned blue. But if I had one that was born with, like black eyes and white on his face, or a white chest or something, they never changed.
Super distinctive markings, because
Exactly.
it's not like a coat that's going to come in. They're short coat. Those aren't per se colors. They're markings.
Right.
We'll have to come up with a better way of describing it.
Birthmark on a person.
It's not possible.
Right.
However, there's it took me so long to even find out the dog's name. So I don't know if I even saw the right dog. I was on a month? Took me 6 weeks to find out a dog's name? 4 weeks, maybe 4 weeks before I found anything with the dog's name in there. And then it was adorable. It was the Lucky.
Right.
I couldn't say Lucky, so it was Yucky, which is the cutest thing ever. So
but that puppy she had in her hand on that video, the baby puppy, that's
Dallas.
a Yucky puppy.
Yeah, that one was black too.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to change colors.
No, he's not.
And then the other thing that wasn't clear, because you never know if there's a real sobriety going on. You don't know what state. I mean, and to some of that, if substance abuse wasn't already such an issue, under these circumstances, I could see a parent being sedated. But, was there a mama dog in the pen with the babies? Was that the daddy dog? I mean, I kind of got the impression that was the mama dog, and she went and got the babies, but.
Well, she said the first dog, the big dog that she was petting on the head, was Yucky, with the brown head. That's
with the brown head.
Yucky.
Yeah. So Yucky's a girl.
Yes. And Dallas is a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, David. And it's 6 months later because Yucky's having puppies. And David, do you know? Because there is an original video where I found Yucky, that bit, and it's literally the beginning of their original interview. It's the clip that they cut out. So it's the one little piece of that original interview right before they go on camera. She'll put down the puppy almost 7 months ago. And right before that, she's doing it's the only time I've seen expression, softness in Candace. And she might be one of those people that's good when they're little, and then when they get, pesty. Oh, wait, David sent a picture. I wonder if we can get the picture. Huh. I think David sent a picture, but I don't know how to get it. David, I don't think I'm smart enough with StreamYard yet. What a shame. Now I made my screen super big, Ren, so I don't know what to do. Oh, I fixed it. David, I'm sorry. I've got to play with this. I want to see what you sent me. What did he say? Now, if you take the progress of growth into fact that this final outcome in 1 year time.
A gorilla?
The progress of growth? Growth, yeah. Hey, I watched a thing. Did you see that recently where two gorillas mauled one of the keepers, and they mauled him? And then the parents came on and they said as soon as he feels better, he'll be right back with those gorillas.
Wow.
Yeah, there was yeah, but they went after him. They got territorial and they went after him.
No thanks.
So what did you think about that timeline? That was, what is this guy doing? Is he trying to make sure that they have is he helping them get life sentences?
I'm wondering, does he get the land or something after they're gone?
And what's this with all the land? Jody Sue talked, we discussed it, right? The land. She was doing the surveying. She was doing all the things. She was the leader of that. Yes, the land's an issue. Michelle discussed the land, but now they're all about, she wanted to buy the land for $11,000. Really? Oh, so now that's Jody Sue's motivation to go.
I'm not sure what the price of land is over there, but
super cheap. I mean, people are going to be flocking there if they're smart.
I'm going to Tennessee.
Hmm?
I'm going to buy it all.
Right? It's beautiful. It's stunning.
It's nice in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell Jody Sue. She doesn't want outsiders coming on her mountain.
I don't care what Jody Sue wants.
Don't make her mad. Her and Molly already have a thing going. She does not like her some Molly. And I get it totally. I really do. So at the end of her, she was funny. She was asking people on that Facebook, send me the timestamp. Because this morning, once I made the correlation to what Michelle said, all of a sudden, you keep remembering, they dismiss that scream. And she describes it with emotion. Like it's heart curdling. It's one of those screams that makes you go, oh God, what happened?
Yep.
So, and as soon as when Michelle said it, I went, they messed up the timeline. She can thank her web designer for that. The one that doesn't want the Amber Alert child with the other children in custody to have her picture shared.
Right. I noticed wasn't it? Um, didn't it
Oh God,
start out at
David.
like two? Didn't they drop H off at like 2:30 in the
2:30,
beginning?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not. So like because I'll true Grizzly True Crime. I just can't until I can actually say her name without messing it up. Because every time I try, I mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
She's great at timelines. Like she's an ex-pilot and she's a true crime writer. So she'll and Tyler Feller, they both do. They call it map time, and they'll zone in and they'll do the whole time. Michelle has a timeline, and the lady that has the theory, I think she has a timeline too out, but they have it, yes. But the change of the timeline from 6:30 to 4:30 or 5 is right around the time that Jody, and I'm sure Jody Sue knows the timeline is right around the time that Jody Sue says she hears the scream. And it's because they don't make those phone calls until 6:30 that they start on that timeline.
Right. And what I'm wondering is this scream that Jody Sue says that she heard, could it have been an animal?
They live on a mountain, so but
Yeah.
it wasn't like, she has a mastiff in the yard, Jody Sue. So they said in that live, because Jody's, all I'd heard is that it was a big dog and it was chained and it was aggressive. Okay. It wasn't until the live last night, because I'm so like, what dog, what the dog did what?
Right.
She Candace said that Jody Sue had that mean dog because they're trying to make the dog look bad. The dog's to blame now too. Maybe that dog did something. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was like, literally.
Well, when the helicopter flew over, they pinpointed that dead animal on the mountain.
Really?
Could that have been the animal
What
when
dead
it was
animal?
attacked that made the scream?
I don't know. I would have been way more willing to think that until the timeline changed last night.
Because I tried asking that, I don't know how many times in different chats, and nobody would answer me. I
wonder
know
if it's
deer
because they
squeal.
don't. Huh?
Elk squeal. I know deer and elk squeal. When they're injured.
Right.
Just like humans do.
I don't, Jody Sue is lived on that mountain her whole life. She describes vehicles, doors shutting, like I would say she's more tuned in than, I think I'm pretty tuned into certain things, not all things, but she, like you could drive by with a Porsche and I wouldn't notice. That's like, for any car per people, I'm sorry, but like if you're trying to show off the car, I'm the wrong one. Cause I'm like, yeah, I don't care. But Jody Sue knew every car door. She knew right down to like flat. She's like very detail oriented on things. Like she's even though she's on her medications and she has a hard time talking, you just get smart. And not like, I went to Harvard smart in that capacity.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, as far as education, not as far as intelligence. She, so I would think that she'd be that aware of the noises in her surroundings. She would be able to recognize those things.
Yeah, she kind of reminds me of having senses like a dog. Because she's, like my dog, when my dog hears my brother's truck, she knows that that's his truck.
Right. Because they know all the smells. They can smell you coming before they've proven that. The cells from your body, they can smell them miles and miles down the road. That's,
But another diesel drives by and she don't care. It's like, how can you pick that one single pickup out of 100 of them that drive by and know that's the one that he's coming in.
It's
But that's,
impressive,
that's
right?
what Jody reminds me of is, it's
Hmm.
like she's got dog senses.
Hmm. Extra senses because she's lived in
Hmm.
that mountain, and they're definitely, it's like, like I understand she doesn't like the northern people, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. However, I like Jody Sue because I like her tenacity, which, northern women tend to have. And I
Right.
totally understand why she doesn't like Molly, because, I picture Molly in a Jewish diner, I and I kind of, I appreciate the warning she sent out for people trying to destroy other people's channels. And she's, for anybody that go watch that video on Facebook of Jody Sue's, where she sends out a very strong, and you've learned to listen to Jody Sue. She likes to talk cryptic, and she's kind of like,
Yeah.
if you're not listening, it's not my problem. I warned you.
Right.
So she's, she doesn't think people's motivations are very good. She,
Exactly.
she's all about them, and she is she's not in. She knew Summer.
Oh,
She,
yeah.
she's like the rest of us are in love Summer. We all want Summer to come. She's become the awareness child. She's
Yes.
saving lives right now. She got, because of her, cases are getting thrown out there. People are making it a point to do more with missing cases, especially kids. But yeah, but she's just like, I'm warning you. So, and she never connected that group of people with that, but she didn't unconnect them either.
Right. She knows what she's doing.
Hmm. Yeah, she's but she's like, it's kind of, and I've just learned, if she's saying it and she's whatever, you can listen or not. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
that a little bit to heart and go, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
just like I
You
learned
can't
from.
dismiss anything she says,
Mm-mm.
because if you do, you're going to go around the corner and it's going to sneak up on you.
Yeah, it was a good
And
warning. I was glad you asked me to go watch that video, because you're the one that was like, Claudia, go. It's not long. Make
yeah.
sure you watch this video. And I was like, what does she have me looking for? What is the key point here? Because it's like a game, like, oh, is this what it is? Is this? Let me get clarification.
And
Yeah.
she's got nothing to hide. I mean, she blurts it right out there.
Yeah.
And
And
like
mhm.
they said that Jody Sue was a suspect. If she's a suspect, why hasn't she been called in? And
Well, the last TBI report does say, and I check on those TBI reports, does say that nobody is counted out. So
right,
we don't really know who's been ruled in and ruled out. And
exactly.
that's the other video I want to send you. When I was watching, because now I'm going to look to see who Benny is, right? Because his channel got taken down, and now he's doing this campaign. You told me his channel, and I was like, who is this guy? Because nobody likes him. And Chris McDonough, that's how I knew who he was. Because remember when I said they're calling people out? Chris
Uh-huh.
McDonough was like, and I'm telling you, Benny, to cut it out. And I was like, if Chris McDonough said that to me, I'd submit. I'd be like, cool, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, but Benny, you're not, and you're making yourself the star. You might wind yourself up right next to them.
Yeah, him and Don are going to be
They're,
sillies.
and they're buddies. Oh, so the other video I wanted to send you, it's on Missing But Not Forgotten, Trish.
Okay.
Now, Trish says she's not monetizing on Facebook. On YouTube. She doesn't want to make money on Summer Wells. So I went and I looked, because I'm getting a little more YouTube smart. I went and I looked. So she puts on some really powerful videos. And she has more views than some of these top YouTubers. But she's asking for donations because she has 4 kids and she's going through her struggles, which she's transparent with. So she's asking for these donations, and she's making people mad. However, she could be monetized, and if that's the reason why she's not monetizing. She could be monetized, and I'm watching her for her. She discussed. I'm watching her to be educated by her. I'm watching her because she does do research, and she's like you could go sit down and have coffee with Trish. So I don't know, but she's missing. So she puts up a video about Benny, where Benny literally puts himself on the mountain with Dawn at the same timeline. Yeah.
I must have missed that one.
It's on Missing But Not Forgotten. Yeah.
Missing but not forgotten.
And then she has, because what she'll do is she'll put writing over some stuff. And David, I'm going to get to these. I apologize, on a rant. Missing But Not Forgotten.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whose was that on again?
Trish, Missing But Not Forgotten.
Trish, okay.
Yeah. And you're looking for, a lot of her stuff is, sometimes I'll fast forward it because they said she's transparent. But if everything she's saying, she's likable, everything she's saying is true. She doesn't want to monetize on Summer Wells. She's struggling, so she's asking for donations. People get mad when she's asked. She's like, tells them what's going on in her life and da 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 da. Then they're getting mad, but then she won't monetize. And I'm like, Trish, you're gonna have to make up, you know what I mean, like something, because you're gonna. And I went and I looked tonight just because I got curious, and she has more than, these people are trying so hard to get the amount of views she has, and she's struggling. I'm not quite sure. I understand Jody Sue, and I understand Jody Sue watching out for people's true intentions. She wants to know what people's intentions are. Summer has started the course for this channel because she's affected us. The only donations I'm asking is to get sent to the Hawkins Humane Society of Tennessee to help with Summer's puppies.
Right.
And it's been great conversation, and I've been, if this tragedy was going to happen, it's been great to, we're going to watch the movie unfold because it's a movie.
The end of the movie is coming really fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what's Candace gonna do when Dawn goes to jail?
See, David says, well, that's because David's going to say that he thinks the FBI is coming for Jody Sue, which she said today on that live. Remember, she said, if the FBI, if you're coming, please come in the afternoon because I have appointments in the morning.
Yeah.
You know where to find me. I'll be here. And she said there's a little segment on those people's live where she, because she can't talk. So she said it was spliced together. But,
right.
David, the truth can be stranger than fiction. I have lived that. So I'm going to be, honestly, I'll be heartbroken if Jody Sue's involved in this at all.
Oh, that would just.
Look, we are all thinking that Summer's dog, AKA Yucky, AKA Lucky, went with Summer to her new home. Well, you know what? That might be a possibility in either scenario because it would be a trauma thing. And puppies are often given when trauma occurs, which could be a positive. God, that would be, if she's alive and she has the dog, at least she would have the dog to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he says the FBI is coming. And I'm sure they're going to interview her. I'm sure she's been interviewed.
I just, I wish so bad that she was alive and, somebody's got her and is just hiding her out and feeding her and taking care of her. But That picture of her in the back of the pickup.
It's when you put the picture of her the day before, because she in that picture, she looks like she's in pain. She's
Yeah.
slumped over. She's in pain. She's in that dress. I don't know what is on those two girls' legs. And the expression on her face is bad.
She's hurting.
Hurting, yeah. And then you see her in the lake. We see, but I'm not supposed to say the word. But often after extreme AB, AD, AB,
Mm-hmm.
AB, dyslexic, it shows. As after AB, children will get rewarded. So that could have been a reward. And then the next picture we see is her on the milk.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the last three things that is seen of Little Miss Summer Wells.
And that cold water probably felt really good on her.
It's horrifying. And everybody can do these campaigns. They can do whatever they want for, but that original video. God, whose page did I get that off? Oh, Benny did it. It was when Benny was making the statement about looking for this 5-year-old child while Don is DVing, unaware of himself, his wife on camera, and then going to the bathroom while Benny is making a statement about Little Miss Summer Wells right after this happened. It was disturbing. Yeah, it was disturbing then. It's more disturbing now.
Yes. Knocking Candace out when he thought he was off of camera.
David says he knows they're going for. I mean, hey, the truth can be stranger than fiction. And I have no problem with anybody sleuthing. I like these sleuths. I don't like I think some of the drama is entertaining because they're creating hate channels for each other. I do think it falls under the AB category. I don't think people have a right to publicly accost. What did we used to call that back in the day? Harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Does that apply?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know if anybody does, because I don't know if any of these questions. I only started being a YouTuber. I wasn't following, so I don't know if this is new behavior because of this case and it's bringing out the ugly in everybody, or if it's behavior that they did before.
It's bringing out a lot of something in a lot of people.
Ooh, it brings out their ugly. We all have it, but they don't even care. They're like,
that one lady had a lot of it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just funny. So come on, Ren. Sometimes I'm just laughing.
I never laughed so hard when that one was eating food and talking and Claire, Trish, Alicia,
Oh no,
Alicia Claire. My God, she was. I think she was trying to imitate Molly, and she was shoving food in her mouth, eating potato chips, and talking and yelling. And oh my God, I sat here and laughed so hard. She was yelling at the top of her, as loud as she could, and she was just blah 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 blah. I'm sure food was flying out of her mouth. I could just see it.
I wonder if that was Molly, because Molly does that. She'll eat and she'll just, I don't know.
No, she was imitating Molly.
Oh, she was imitating Molly. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope Molly has a really tough skin because, if I were a comedian, I would have a lot of fun, because it's It's just fun. It's just fun. So this person's, hey, Tony, thanks for coming. I want to read what Jody Sue. I heard that Brenda supposedly said that S didn't get out of the truck at home before she was feeling badly. Yes. Which that brings in was she in distress? Was she in medical distress? Because
She
she's
was probably hypothermic.
yeah, and she looks malnourished.
Yeah.
And Chris McDonough from the interview room asked if she had, they, because they went and got the slushies from Sonic. And Chris McDonough specifically asked the question if they got food. And the answer was no.
Right. Whoops.
So, and Candace, and I've never heard any of the YouTubers ask her if she had breakfast that morning. Like, did she eat?
Yeah, and remember they said on her seatbelt, that could have been, she could have lost consciousness and spilt her slushy.
Yeah, she could have
On
spilled. Her
her.
slushy was supposed to be blue.
Oh, blue? Then it wouldn't have been red.
I thought if she were in medical distress, she could have had a bloody nose.
Yes.
That would have sure her head fell.
Mm-hmm.
That would.
Correct.
So yeah, and if she had been SA'd, I mean, there could have been other kind of damage. And then
there's got to be a lot of damage down there.
Mm-hmm.
And she could have had internal
damage.
right out of her belly button.
Oh God! Trauma alert! Trauma alert! Trauma alert!
Yeah.
Trauma alert! So I was talking to a lot of people and letting them know some of the things, like the panda bear with the unicorn, to stay away from it, to know signs and symbols.
Yeah.
So what are you saying here, David? What's up? What are you saying here? You are not a Jody Sue fan. So I guess Jody Sue just liked to hang out at the end of her driveway for no reason. Well, David, I thought she said she had her purse, because that's the thing, is Candace had made a point about her having her purse at a different timeline. But she was her husband, her DV abuser. Remember the signal for you're in trouble with any DV. That they were supposed to do errands and go shopping. I mean, that's her story, and she's stuck to it so far.
But at that time, Jody Sue said she wasn't down there.
See, we got to get a timeline report. She wasn't down there at 4:35.
At 4:30 because what's his name? Andy never got off work till after 5:30.
We need a timeline. We need a better timeline. Yeah, because I thought she was down there. I'm getting confused. Jackson.
Because Candace said she was down there at 4:30.
Yeah, Candace last night said between 4:30 and 5. And I believe that Jody Sue heard the scream right about 4:30. Yeah. And then if she walked down to the driveway, I could be totally wrong here. Walked down to the driveway, did she turn around? She don't think she ever gets in the car with Andy. She never goes and does her errands.
No.
So would that be right? That might.
No,
that might be.
As far as I know, she never left with Andy because Candace started yelling for Summer, and they went
to go help Summer. So that'd be my question, because Jody Sue, she sticks to her story, and she hasn't really, with the only thing we heard last night. But hey, truth can be stranger than fiction. So
that's right.
I like the weatherman that I found out was a bad guy that I had been through all the hurricanes with and was devastated. I would just be devastated because I really like Jody Sue. And I'm hoping and praying she is not. She said that she was at the end of the driveway and Candace drove by. What was she doing at the end of the driveway? She said she was waiting for her lover boy. Yeah, she was waiting for Andy.
But the
Are
only
they
person
married?
that has her there is Candace.
Yeah. What?
The only person that says she was down there was Candace.
Yeah, and she said she was down there. She said she was going to meet Andy. They were gonna go do errands.
Not at 4:30.
Not at 4:30. I might have. Yeah, we'll have to go. Bren, we got to go double check this timeline now. We have to go find. We're gonna have to go find out Michelle walks. We're gonna be writing Michelle. And she's probably the kind of person that's like, can you go look up the video that I made that discusses this? I can see her saying that.
The only thing that I've heard or seen, actually I heard it, that differs from Jody Sue's timeline was they said that Andy told Jody Sue's daughter that he was the last one to see Summer's body.
That's what they said on that live last night. No, that was a live the night before with the prayer group.
Prayer Garden.
Yes. Donnie B, his channel. I don't know if you ever watch him. I'll tell you what I like about him. When he's talking about this and he's looking at the camera, he's talking to the players and he's mad. And he's got, you know what I mean? He's not talking to me. He's not talking to anybody else. He's talking to the players. And he said, get those cadaver dogs back out there. Get them back out there. Get those cadaver dogs. Do what you got to do. And he was so upset with, what are they? The prayer channel, because they've been trashing them, and then they got on the prayer garden. They got on and they trashed Jody Sue after they finished trashing Candace, and then they played this snippet. And forensically they'll be able to determine if that was put together or not put together. And I doubt that they have anything the FBI doesn't.
Exactly.
I mean, you can.
The FBI is all over these channels. They are. Your TBI.
Yes.
They see all of this.
And of course they're watching Benny in the webpage. I mean.
Oh, yes.
And now Dawn and Candace are just, they're going to do Benny's campaign. Benny is going to change the narrative.
Yeah, go Benny.
So my favorite, I watched him the other day because I was just like, who is this Benny guy? Everybody hates him. That's what I know. Chris McDonough called him out. Mm-hmm. Everybody hates him. And then you said his channel was, and I had just watched him the night before because he's doing all these lives, and did it. Like, Benny, I would not listen to a word you said. You would talk to me and I'd be like, I don't think you're the guy to listen to. But he compared, I couldn't even watch him after this. He compared losing a child. This way he was serious. Yeah. To imagine if you lost your cell phone, Ren, for days. You imagine how you'd feel losing your cell phone? You imagine how lost you'd be? How much
pain?
You
can replace a cell phone.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing as losing a child, according to Benny.
Benny's okay. Screw loose.
That's like, did you say that? Did you hear the words coming out of your mouth at all? You couldn't have reeled that in a little bit. You have children? Let me do my Megyn Kelly. Hold on, right. You gotta go watch her. She is completely blank.
That was perfect. I gotta learn how to do that.
She also said she didn't have her cell phone to Candace. Oh, according to Candace.
Oh, she didn't have her cell phone either?
I don't know. I'd be interested in asking Jody Sue that. Because I'm having a real, first of all, I think if Candace wanted to tell the truth, she wouldn't have the availability to. I think that she's being controlled. I think I think it's almost like good cop, bad cop over there. That's the best way I can describe Benny and Don, the buddies. They're buddies.
I think if
Bros.
Don was out of the picture, I think it would all be Don's fault.
Yeah, I think that
I think sing like a bird.
I think the campaign manager needs to be out of the picture too. I think he must have some vested interest in here, or he's thinks he's running for mayor or something. I don't know. I wish I could be around Chris McDonough just to hear him laugh.
Out of his campaign, he's got 72,000 reasons.
Does he have 72,000 followers?
That's what the reward is. So he says.
Oh yeah, he has. And
it has to be somebody local that claims it, because I can't put everything together from over here and out in the middle of Egypt and BF Egypt and say, boom, this is how it happened, this is how I put it together, you guys go check it out, pay me.
I don't know if he's going to get that money though, because I think he keeps campaigning for Candace and Dawn. I think all of them are getting indictments because I think he's gonna. I think that man might be digging himself into a legal. And Tony, he's already a felon. Right. And when I say felon, I'm not judging anybody for being a felon. I absolutely believe that people can come out of those situations and have amazing lives. However, it does mean you have a track record and you have to be above board. And right. I'm not getting that feeling here. I think these guys are buddies from long time back. And I feel like he's saving them, Ren.
Well, either that or there is something on his property that should not be on his property.
Oh, maybe what he's doing will make them go give them reasonable right to go search his property. Maybe that's why Donnie B was screaming, get the cadaver dogs back out there. Speculation, just an opinion.
Maybe.
Isn't that interesting? Because that, first of all, he's making videos for this campaign is so transparent. It's bad, Benny. It's bad. It's bad. It's a bad campaign.
Benny and Candace 2024. What do you think?
What?
Benny and Candace 2024.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Benny and Candace running. Well, we can make all sorts of jokes, but I definitely get thrown off of YouTube, and then haters would all come out.
Right.
I'm scared of some of this YouTube community. They're a scary group. Tony, sadly, you don't think we'll ever get the whole truth out of this case? That might be true because people have a lot to hide here. Yeah. And then it's who's going to snitch. And trust me, there's snitches in this game. There's no way people aren't snitching because they're going to want to make deals before they don't have an opportunity to make deals. But I do believe that even if she did want to talk after watching these new lives that they're doing, I don't believe she believes she'd leave that mountain. And if I didn't believe that, Jody Sue backs it up by always testifying to the amount of DV that went on in that house, including the dogs. Remember, the dogs get, she'll always say that too. Oh, the Mastiff. I wanted to bring that point up with you too. So they were throwing out the Mastiff. So I'm sure they said he was mean. And I even heard Jody Sue defend him. However, you know what? I would want that Mastiff to be that mean if Don came on my property.
Oh, you bet.
So I didn't hear when they said that. Oh, let me tell you something else Benny said about the dogs. This just made me like him even more. Quote unquote. I was like, what?
Uh-oh.
So Benny's helping Don. So now they have security cameras on the property, and they have a whole setup inside the house so that Don and Candace can feel safe because those YouTubers might go on his property. And so he can see now in cameras, and they have all this set up. And then they also have the dogs. You ready? Quote unquote. From Benny and Don, they thought this was funny if they decide to do their jobs. Yeah, watchdogs. That's he uses those words. Watchdogs. If they decide, oh, this was the quote. If they decide to be watchdogs, because they might decide to be lazy or disappear.
Okay, those dogs are mutts.
Well, they still, that they alert all the time.
Yes.
But those cameras, they'll be way better than the dogs.
Those dogs, if somebody was to really truly actually go up on that hill, give those dogs a snack, and show them some love, they're going to be all over them people.
Oh, those dogs are going to wind up in such good homes. Those
Oh,
dogs,
yeah.
once this gets resolved, and I think it's about to, I can't wait to see
It's
Chris
close.
McDonough's next thing on it. He's
Mm-hmm.
sadly, the case, yeah. And we may not, because so many people, and plus they may leave some of these people out so that they can get, I would hope, they could get to the bigger rings, because I don't think I don't know if Summer's alive or not alive. I'm praying she's alive, but either way, the other dirty stuff was going on.
Yeah.
So Benny has to ask his wife, oh, because on yeah, I agree with you, David. This was a moment. This was like, are you kidding me? So she's holding sweet little Dallas.
Yeah.
And then, the campaign manager, let's just call him the campaign manager so I don't have to keep saying his name.
King of the hill.
He didn't rub me right at all.
No.
The campaign manager said, "Oh, that's a Summer Wells puppy. You don't need it. Give it to somebody who'll care about it." "Oh, I'll have to ask my wife if she'll let me have little Dallas."
No.
Nobody wants you to have Dallas. Campaign manager, don't have
No.
Dallas.
Nobody wants anybody to have any of them dogs up there.
Yeah.
They don't deserve them.
So he asked if Candace has the hots for Benny. I don't think so. I think Candace is responding to any kind of kindness. I think she sees safety. I bet Benny calms Don down when he's DVing and raging, because I think Don rages a lot. And I think that she's responding. I think that she would respond to anybody that was that sweet to her. And I think you're making her go live. I think they're making her, and she does better without him in the room. But I think he emotionally, he says things like, "Are you okay, baby? Are you okay, Candace?" I I don't think she stands a chance in that house, whether she's guilty or not. AB is not correct, even when
No.
people have done horrific things.
She could be a better person away from him with
Mhm.
somebody else. If she got a chance to go, through therapy and turn her life around, but I don't think she needs to have kids involved in
Yeah.
her life, and she needs to get away from the drugs and the alcohol, and just be a single parent, or a single person with, she could get another husband or boyfriend or whatever, but she's been scarred, and she's been, uh I don't know, don't know what word I'm
Traumatized.
really looking for, but she's been weathered to be in this kind of a situation for so long that that's all she knows.
From
So if
childhood.
yeah, so if if she has a bad time, then instead of bottling it up or calling somebody else and trying to talk to them and let it out, like a friend and vent to them, then she'll turn to a friend or a child or an animal and take it out on them instead of venting and letting it out and getting beyond it. So, no, but I mean, everybody has potential to change and get beyond who they are. But I don't see any of
I
them.
think Candace is going to wind up in a lot of trouble.
I don't see any of them coming out
I don't think
from
she's gonna. Yeah, I don't. They're not coming. I don't see them
no.
coming out of this. This story would have to take such twists and turns.
Maybe
He
50
says, "Are you
years.
kidding me? She went into the pool with Benny and she hates water. What is she doing if Benny is teaching her how to swim? She's looking for attention, David. And if that attention comes from doing something that you're afraid of, some attention is better than no attention. And like Ren just
Even the
said,
negative attention is
mhm,
good for her.
she's weathered. And that
Yep.
DV and that SA, it doesn't start and end with Summer. It probably happens to every single person in that household. And I do believe that she probably shut her brain down at some point. And like Ren said, that I think a report, now correct me, we'll have to find this out too, is that there was the reports that she had beat one of her children so bad that they had brain damage. I believe I just heard the other
Yes.
day that that was actually not her. That
That
was a man.
supposedly her ex-husband or
Hmm.
whatever he was with the first two kids.
And then I think Rose Blah, I'm not Rose, I think Grandma Candace Grandis, I think she's probably mellowed. I think that she's probably in a completely different stage in her life. And she grew up in a very different era, but I think that she tried to do better, but that whole system ran downhill.
Yeah.
And because she wants to run away from her too. But she could be the next scary movie about grandmas.
Yeah.
Because, she's, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where was she?
Where's she
Where
now?
was grandma?
What's grandma hiding behind the scenes saying?
Yeah. Grandma, what big eyes you have.
What big mouth you have.
Right?
And I hope she's singing like a bird.
Maybe she's in protective custody.
She could be. She better stay there. But I
Yeah,
think
she wouldn't
grandma
go
needs
in
her
with
too.
Summer, but she'd go in with Benny. Well, I think that Don is a pro manipulator. You
Yes.
watch him and Benny, and he's all charming. I'm sorry, I won't apologize. I want to pray with everybody right now.
No, he don't.
You're not going to be my spiritual leader there, Don. Um, and I think that he has that alcoholic, oh, I did this. I'm so sorry. I was drunk. When I made that statement the other night about, I just got my daughter back and now she's gone again. I was pretty drunk. I
Yeah.
so, and I think that Benny is also, the campaign manager is also a master manipulator. And I think that she is, I don't think she's innocent, but I absolutely think she's learned helplessness. And I think she's being victimized. And I think she might be scared out of her. Well, I think she stays inebriated. So she's not dealing with.
Yep. That's her way to deal with
Mhm.
things.
But those are just my opinions.
Mhm.
Um, However, as soon as I saw that Gabby Petito thing, I was like, you cops are, did you not notice that girl was in distress? That
Oh
girl
yeah.
is so symptomatic of distress. She's just bonkers because you didn't see that she needed to be put in a hotel room and talk to somebody. And then
Yeah, and
what, the
instead turn her loose
Moab
and
girls literally watch him hit her and it's still not off the table, speculation alert, that he isn't involved. Telling you that one's not over either. But people aren't fighting over that. They're just fighting over Summer.
It'll come back up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So will the other two.
Yeah.
That he killed.
Yeah.
I can't see the comments.
Yep. See, Tony agrees with us too. I have a feeling that Candace has been in a DA situation all her life. Isn't her uncle a registered offender? Oh God, I didn't know that.
Yes,
and it wouldn't surprise me if he was. Mary, did you know Candace, your little girl, is going to be the spokesperson? So any heart in there, any love of those dogs, any love at all, your little girl is going to help change. She's going to save lives. And let's get her life saved. Jody Sue, I know, David, you don't like Jody Sue. I know you don't. However, she's still a victim of DV too. And we don't know. You say you know, but we don't know. There are predators. This was on Jody Sue's page. They seek out compassionate, trusting, good-hearted human beings, and they mimic those qualities. Sound familiar, Ren?
Yep.
Like parasites. They are the strongest when they have a healthy host. Then slowly they use their victims' love to destroy them from the inside out. But unlike parasites, they don't do this for survival. They do it for fun, entertainment, in order to temporarily alleviate the twisted state of living in contempt, envy, and boredom. She has a good page. So I think it's so funny. She just feels so free to smoke on camera. She don't care.
No.
Like nobody
bothers
likes,
her too much.
Yeah, she could care less. She's like, whatever. This one I thought was great. The emotional abuse looks like this. I want to put this up anytime like this starts to happen to me in my life and I'm not the crazy one here. Gaslighting, now they have all these people that go out and explain what gaslighting is, but this is the best. This emotional abuse looks like this. This is off of Jody Sue's Facebook page. The silent treatment. Because silent treatment is one of the most devalidating things. They've actually done statistics on silent treatment. It makes the other person feel worthless. Refusing, and I don't give the silent treatment, but I will ask somebody to leave me alone for a good 48 hours so I can calm down. I am notorious for that. Refusing to accept responsibility for actions, manipulating to get what you want, pushing someone to question their sanity. That's, come on, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that you're crazy, right? Or you're acting like a victim, right? Then you're like, am I doing that? Is it me? Right? When you're you're asking reasonable things. You're not being unreasonable. Leading someone to believe something is their fault when it's not. I just did that, right? Oh my God, it's me. Using shame to make a person feel bad. Influence when someone appears. Indifference, which is very much like the silent treatment. When someone appears hurt, sad, or upset. Who cares? That's indifference. If you don't know what indifference is, not my problem. This is a business.
That's right.
What are some of the other famous indifferent sayings? Not my monkeys, not my rodeo.
Yep. Not my chicken.
Not my chicken. I hadn't heard not my chicken. Ignoring someone when they express deep feelings. Ridiculing a person for expressing vulnerability. Gaslighting. Abuse. And then any of us who have suffered abuse, we always have to have our watch tails on, because unless we've literally rewired our brain, the organism's always going to do, as Chase Hughes would say, what the organism knows. And she doesn't know. I don't think she would know what it looked like not to be treated like that. I think that's been happening since she was a child.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she would be lost if she was in a real relationship to where she was treated as an equal and not just thrown around like a rag doll.
David really is not Jody Sue's fan. He's just so not her fan. Yeah. We will find out, David. I'm telling you, I'll be the first one to go, can you believe this? Because she could, if this is true, she should get an award. She should get an Emmy.
Yeah.
Because that's how I would feel about it. Like, and you so convicted that she's so, I mean, you're convicted. Yeah. And I believe there's pure evil in this situation. I don't want that pure evil to be Jody Sue, that's for sure. I thought, but I could be wrong. I don't know the facts of the case. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the FBI's. I wonder what the police and the FBI really think of the YouTubers. What do you think they really think of these sleuths?
Let's see. Honest to God. I don't think I could give my honest opinion on YouTube.
I don't want to get the popos mad. Chris McDonough. Oh, I'm coming for me. Chris McDonough likes them. I bet you anybody that's dirty doesn't. Because I'll tell you what, this community is calling out anybody. And I know that some people don't like that other team, and I hope they're not dirty. I hope that they're really just focused on their own thing. And do you know what I mean? And go and stay out of my lane and stop causing me problems. Don't be a hater. I'm praying that end too, David. I'm praying that those YouTubers aren't dirty too. Okay. I really like to see these people not be dirty.
I just have to say, everybody is entitled to their own opinions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wasn't that our constitutional right?
Yes.
I don't know about bashing people on public forums. I mean,
I guess it's freedom of speech. If you want to back them, that's
I guess
that's your own business, I guess. I wouldn't call what I do backing people. Some people I believe in doesn't mean I believe everything they say.
Right.
But I wouldn't bet my right foot on them winning the race. But I might bet a toe because I'm not going to limp the rest of my life just to say, yes, I know for a fact that you got it in the bag. I mean, I could watch, from what I've seen, I could say pretty closely, what I could give you my opinion, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
Right. And there's so much
either.
Yeah, I believe Don Beebe. I at first I didn't like him because I don't like trashy mouths. I think it doesn't show intelligence when all you can do is curse. I think way more intelligent people use. It's not like they don't curse. They do. They just use it when it's way more appropriate to punch that point home.
Exactly.
But he's a guy, and he's mad, and he's passionate, and Okay, and that's how he talks, and he seems like a really good guy. He's right to him.
Right.
Players, players,
Yeah.
players. Let's do this. And he's disgusted. He's like he came out the other day when the thing, he was like, do you know you have an Amber Alert out for this child? You don't want who using what to save your child? And they don't act right.
No. But
Came
what
out.
took him so long to get the Amber Alert out? That's what I don't understand.
You have to. There's qualifications for the Amber Alert. We'll have to find out what all the qualifications are, because I don't think the TBI suspected that she was kidnapped. I think the TBI believes there's foul play, and they had to jump through the paperwork hurdles to
Oh, okay.
prove that she was an eligible candidate for an Amber Alert, because I don't think they think that she was taken, the TBI. We know that other people do, and we know that they're exposing all these things. There seems to be a lot of speculation about her going to school because possibly of the SA or the abuse that they,
Right.
and that there's been there's speculation planning around this, because, you know, when Don called out Dudley, who is still suspect, Dudley
Mm-hmm.
didn't make, I mean, very handsome, you're in good shape, still suspect, dude. Still very, very suspect. But he's claiming that the day before Summer went missing, and he's saying, like Jody Sue did, I didn't make these two, the connection wasn't made until after. But he said the day before, Dawn had come in and looked like he lost his best friend. He was obviously in a distraught thought pattern. And then the
Right.
next day, Summer's going to go missing. But, you know, is this guy truly on the up and up? I don't know. That Polly, what was her name? Pilo? Pi, when Dudley went on and did the interview. You remember? I don't remember her name either. Sweet, it's terrible. But she was so cool. She came on so professional. She
Uh-huh.
like looked like an attorney. She stated that she was representing him, and she did a lovely job. I mean, honestly, she did a fantastic job.
Good.
Yeah, she was super professional. And did you see that one with him?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's the guy that he accuses of being, you know, and I hate this when people are just, they keep throwing this out too. Meth heads. We have an epidemic, ladies and gentlemen. There is an epidemic, whether Jody Sue's talking about at the bottom of Ben Hill Road, or you're talking about it in a hood in New York, or you're talking about it in Chicago, or you go to any downtown lawyer district or hospital with nurses, there is an epidemic going on. And we have to start talking about solutions and not classifying human beings that have lives and could be unaddicted just being called M heads or H heads or whatever, because those drugs are so incredibly addictive. Who I can barely quit smoking. There has to be some help for people. That how do they
Well,
get
it's
off?
easy to quit smoking. Just quit.
Okay, cool.
Quit buying
Thanks.
them.
Well, there we go.
Solved.
Solved. I want to find you her. I'm gonna have to send it to you because she
And
was
I'll quit
great.
smoking when you, or I'll quit chewing when you quit smoking.
Do you smoke too?
No, I chew.
Oh, you dip. You're a dipper. I had an ex-husband was a dipper, Ren, and I would go, I'm sure this happens to you. I would go drink something that I thought was liquid and get dip in my mouth.
Oh no, I'd kick his ass.
Oh my God, I
Yeah.
became violent. I would become violent. I would just start hitting.
Yeah.
Why'd you
I'm
do
not a
that?
spitter.
Yeah. Instant, especially if you're not a dipper. Ugh.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, it's happened. It used to happen more than once. All right, I've got to find her name, but she was great. I'll get you that video. She came on, especially during this whole, arguments and the days of YouTube entertainment drama in the name of Summer Wells. She came on and she just nailed it.
Okay.
She just was like, I'm a
Perfect.
professional and we're actually going to have a professional interview here. And then she didn't
Okay.
respond to people. She didn't get caught up in drama. She just was a pro.
Nice.
And yeah, and I hope everything that everybody with all the haters with the other team, I watch Betty in the morning. She does her coffee show.
Uh-huh.
She screamed the other morning that, about the read the rules of YouTube and read them.
She's
And then
always
after all that,
screaming that.
huh?
She's always screaming that.
Yeah, she's always, yeah. And then afterwards, she's like, and I'm not an educator. This is why.
Yes, you are. You're
Yeah.
educating us to read the rules.
I don't know why. Nobody knows, David, why the Wells aren't in jail yet. They have enough, by all stretches of imagination, any police force anywhere, they have enough to put them up right now. I don't think that they're being negligent, though. I don't think that this police department could be negligent. All these people we're talking about, that everybody's they're out there, so Don said they weren't even because he doesn't like them either. He's not their fan either. They don't care though, as long as they're getting views. That they were at the wrong police house protesting. I haven't seen the protest yet. I don't know if they were at the right one or the wrong one.
They did that today?
Yeah, wasn't it today? They may not send the film out. Oh, was it live? Are they privating it? Do you have to pay to see it?
I thought they were doing it the 7th.
Oh, it might be the 7th. Yeah, but he's saying they're not doing it at the right police station. But I don't think that they would get that. They might not have been able to get a permit at the other station. There might be other reasons. But I appreciate that aspect of them, that they're willing to put pressure on authority, because I don't think authority has enough pressure put on them. I think that they are as liable for keeping the law and making sure that things happen. And our system is broken, ladies and gentlemen. You can scream about social services until you're blue in the face. Until we fix that system, the kids don't stand a chance. So where's everybody talking about actually helping that system? Because they're overworked, underpaid, and they're dealing with Candace and Don all day in different families.
Can I give an honest opinion here? And it might be wrong, it might be right, I don't know. But I think this is the calm before the storm, and everybody's getting mad about it because they think that because TBI took it over from the sheriff's department, they think that they're just sitting back and doing nothing now, and that's why they want to protest them. But I have a real sneaking suspicion that TBI has a plan in their back pocket, and this is their little plan or calm before the storm, because in just a very short time, Don's going. And he's not coming out. He's not going to see the light of day again. Never. And as soon as that's in, they're going to make their move, and the shit's going to blow. It's going to be a shit volcano. And things are going to move so fast and so furious, and they're not going to know what hit. YouTube is going to blow up like crazy.
I bet. And I hope all those dogs get homes too. I hope everybody is calling the Hawkins County Humane Society in Tennessee, because they're going to have to go get traps. They're going to have to, for the older adult
they're
dogs.
Going to have to go up to that house and lock it up and get dogs off of there. They're going to have to lock it up because that property will have to sit like that till the boys are old enough to take it over.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting point. Oh, yeah.
unless there's a clause. I'm not sure about Tennessee law, but I know
Yeah.
here, if there's no other relatives that could move on there and take or adopt the children that are kind of sounds like that family's not capable of taking care of the children, and grandma obviously can't take them, then they're going to go to uh, their foster homes. And then when the oldest boy turns 18 or whatever, then he'll inherit that land. And then or they'll sell it and put it in trust funds for the three kids. And if it does come up that Summer is alive, then it would be split between the four. But I don't know the particular laws in Tennessee how, but that's how they would do it here.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It is a very good. And Mary too. Listen, Mary, his sister, her cooking channel's adorable, by the way. Have you been
I've
on
never
it?
seen it.
Oh my God, it's adorable. And she's such a survivor, and she's quiet, and she doesn't, she'll go with Chris McDonough. She went on, I can't think of the channel the other day, but she went on another channel and talked. And I think True Crime Exposed should have Jody Sue
Wait,
and Mary on.
Jeannie? Wait,
Jeannie,
she's just a stepsister though, huh?
no, yeah, Mary. Mary's the one that he SA'd when he was 12 and she was 5, which he goes to prison for.
Didn't he do Jeannie too?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know Jeannie's story.
I know there's two of them.
Yeah. And Mary's so sweet and interesting. She's not, she's doing her channel. She's just always sweet and kind and nice. And I don't know if she's in a position to, and the boys may be good where they're at.
Yeah. I hope, for the boys' sake and for what they have been through, that those three can stay together. And if they find Summer, she can go with the boys and the four can stay together.
Yeah. And
that
hopefully they
that would
get
just be cool.
help, that they don't they don't grow up and become abusers
Right.
also, because there's no way those boys escaped.
Mm-mm. They need each other, and they need to grow up together and know what a real family life is. Because they're the oldest one's 13.
Oh yeah, the one that was in the original video where his whole body language is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they said the oldest boy was 13.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's at that age that he's probably thinking he's got to take care of his little brothers, and I just hope they don't grow up like their dad.
Yeah. What? The funny thing, can't tell him all the time to shut up, dumbass. And does he listen? No. That's great. That's great, David. That's great. Right. She
That's
does.
true. Very
It
true.
is true. She can get away with that. She definitely can get away with that part.
She pays for it though.
And she probably doesn't remember a lot either, because she gets inebriated. So she,
Yeah.
and like he says, and then she passes out. And I'm not saying she's innocent. What I'm saying is that her situation escalated because of DV, because she got learned helplessness, and because she never thought she could get out. And she got out from one and which is that's not indicative of just Candace, all that. And I do think if she were away from the campaign manager, that helpful guy, and her husband, I think we would know a lot more. I think she'd be willing to talk.
Yeah, she'll start singing. It won't be too long.
Yeah, I think so too. And Chris McDonough thinks so. And, and then people are going to have to go out and just create content on content and not on, we're so involved at this point. They said that though, when you start a journey on YouTube, you think you're going to do this and you'll get swooped off, and that's okay. Just, you know what I mean? and I'm swooped off in this now,
Yep.
like I'm in it. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? Oh, I
Yep.
woke up, I can't sleep. What's going on? And
Yep.
because of that, I've had so much engagement in this story. It's only pulled me in and made me want to just promote more that on the bottom of the chain of AB is little children and dogs, and she is our poster child for awareness, and she's
Yep.
making a difference. Mary, did you know? And I'm not calling Candace Mary, but
Right.
she didn't start out where she ended up. I don't think this was
Exactly.
the path she started on. And and she's had to take a lot too. God, I can't take people talking about me that much. I do the pressure of that. And these people, she's getting trashed.
Oh, big time.
I mean, yeah, I mean, outside of actually getting trashed, she's getting trashed,
Yeah. Inside and out.
right? However you want to take that.
Yep. Mhm.
That's funny. David said, "Show me a day where she didn't call him a dumbass." It's a good day. I think that's like his nickname, Don,
Yeah.
aka Dumbass.
Dumbass. There you go.
Yeah, I don't like calling people stupid, but listen, Don and Candace, here's some. I'm not a lawyer, but this would be my best advice to you.
Dumb and Dumber Wells.
Yeah, go talk to a lawyer because they're going to tell you to shut up.
Hmm. Sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, no, I don't even know how a defense attorney. You know why would a defense attorney, if don't have somebody in the bag already, would take this case? They probably are an attorney that's on YouTube. There's some
Google
really
attorney.
good attorneys on YouTube, guys.
Yep.
Seriously, really good attorneys on YouTube. I have to go on. I haven't been on their channels lately because I've been so caught up in this. I wonder what they would say legally because I bet they're talking about it.
How could a YouTube attorney couldn't take it? That's conflict of interest.
Oh, what
There's
if you
there's too
said they're
much of
on
both
YouTube?
sides on YouTube.
Yeah, they have.
Oh,
They have. I don't even know if they could get a change of venue because this is so. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And listen, him and his campaign manager know something because they're trying to use all the tactics, and these
Maybe
are
they
tactics.
planted.
Point the finger at anybody else, create reasonable doubt.
Maybe they planted something.
What do you mean?
Well, it's been 6, almost 7 months. How long does it take to decay?
Oh yeah, don't not 6 or 7 months. Well, you just have bones at this point. Trauma
Exactly.
alert. Bones, your clothes would make it. They'd be shredded or possibly, but and you'd have more than Brian Laundrie.
That's not his though.
Oh yeah, you don't think that's his?
Oh, they said that it wasn't his.
The teeth?
It didn't match his DNA.
It didn't match his DNA? Did I get so lost in Summer Wells I missed that? Oh my God, you've got to send me that. It didn't match his DNA?
That's what I heard.
We have to find that gun there, I know.
That's the
There,
same one that shot the two in Moab.
so are there two guns at the scene? Because I just watched a report on the older gun that has all the rope wrap around it. That's an old gun. That one's not involved in the case. And then the girls were shot in Moab with a 9mm, right?
With the same one that was shot Brian and put in the bag
It was in the bag.
under the water.
The 9mm was.
Yeah, that shot Brian. So Brian shot himself, put the gun in the bag under the water, and then he died.
That's not possible.
Something smells a bit fishy.
Yeah. Just not
Mm.
possible.
Yeah.
Let me see, if I shot myself, I'm probably not gonna like make sure my gun's secure and make sure it
Right?
goes just
Okay, now
all
I
right,
can.
now that I have half a face, my brain. Let me get this right.
Yeah.
You think there's a serial killer involved in this? You think is
Yeah,
it
Brian's dad.
I do, that's what I think.
I don't think Brian's dead.
You don't think Brian's
But
dead.
that's another YouTube.
It is. And I also think the laundries might be involved way
Or they're
more
in
than we
some trouble.
suspect with all those warehouses. And then I think that the campaign manager and Don should call their attorney, Bertolino.
There you go.
Because, yeah.
Hook them up with the laundries. Dirty laundry.
Yeah, right. If Don was afraid because the Candace, I don't like cursing, David. I don't want to show the things with curses. I don't like it's bad. And it's I enjoy the YouTubers. I don't enjoy the people using really foul because you can't talk about DV and then perform DV. I'm gonna give Don B a little bit of a pass. Only and I don't think his language appropriate. Hello, baby. Hello.
That's Prada.
Prada. The devil wears Prada.
The devil wears Prada. Say hi.
Hi. You don't want to talk about it at all? Just want my mom.
She just woke up.
Aw.
She's getting over upper respiratory infection.
Oh, wow. You and the dogs?
Yep.
Wow.
Here, turn this way. Turn your face this way so Claudia can see you. Let's see if I can get her to sit with me real quick.
Hey, Prada.
There we go.
Hey, Prada. How are you? Prada. Oh, remember, yeah, Prada looks so much like Little Man. But
doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Big time. You look super loved.
She's a spoiled brat.
You brat.
Say, yep, I'm a brat.
Chihuahuas are awesome. If you think Chihuahuas are little yappy dogs, you don't know a Chihuahua because they just are rule followers. So they cannot understand why you believe that they don't understand what you're saying. So they just think you're dumb.
But she understands what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they hate
She doesn't
leashes.
really
They
bark
hate
that
collars. Bad. Do you have any collar on? No.
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 I will not put a collar on my dog unless I go like to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I don't even put a collar on her anymore at all.
Yeah, mine don't have any on either, which isn't good if they get lost. He has a chip. I don't think she has a chip.
She gets out of the truck, she gets right on my heels, and she doesn't leave my side.
Yeah, they're not runners. They're so trustworthy that way.
My black labs were the same way. I had sister labs, and I put collars on them in case they got lost, but I never had to tie them up.
Right. My crew too. My crew would stay right by me.
Yeah.
They'd go explore, but they'd stay right. But PAX guys, that's why I think the police department, this is my new thing, because Michelle walks, that's what you did now. I think that all departments should have little cameras to go out when somebody's missing. If they have dogs, to get that on their pack member. Not that we don't need all the specialized dogs. Hey, I'm your biggest fan. But in this case, that would have told us the story. And the only way when Jody Sue says those dogs go to a specific spot is they knew she was in the truck. She got out of something happened to her in that spot, or she got so scared in that spot that she tinkled because it would be a high odor. But for them to keep disappearing, like she just drive for days and come back, and that tells a whole nother story.
Yep. Well, thank you.
So, all right, I think I think I have to be at work at 7:30, and
Ooh.
I still have a message from a crew member. We've had a couple passings in the salon of family, salon team members, family members. So I think I probably should go to bed and
Yeah,
try
it's
to
getting
stay
late
off
over
the
there for
YouTube.
you.
Huh?
Getting late over there for you.
Yeah. What time is it for you?
8:40.
Oh wow. See, I don't even think in time zones. Yeah, it's earlier.
Yeah, I'm in
Wow.
time zone.
See, I don't even think like that. I bet it's gorgeous there. I'm so glad you came on. Thank you.
It was fun.
Right?
We'll
Fun,
do it
fun.
again.
Yep, and I'll look up that other video for you.
Where's Nicole at tonight?
Oh, she was exhausted. She texted me earlier. She said she'd watch the review too. And yeah.
You
So
missed the
hopefully she's
fun.
on tomorrow night.
Okay.
We're gonna make her all paranoid with her teenage kids. She's gonna be like, no phones. You may not speak to anybody.
I gotta go plow snow tomorrow.
You gotta what?
I gotta plow snow tomorrow. We got almost a foot already.
Oh my God, you have almost a foot of snow?
Yeah, it's still.
Aw, I love making snow angels and snowmen.
Well, come on over.
I will as soon as I can.
Okay.
I have enough staff to make the day go. Yeah,
I got enough
David
snow for
saying,
everybody to come play.
yeah, and I had snow angels and snowballs. I don't want to live in the cold because my extremities get the only reason I don't live in the north is because I can't handle the cold. My extremities get so freezing that I just can't. So,
Well, I
but
think it's very
otherwise,
cold
I'd live in the
outside.
north. I'd live in the snow because I love it. Yeah, Candace said this summer stay around the house. Yeah, I know. And David, Candace also said that she was in the basement, no getting in, no getting out. Aw,
Can you read that?
no.
It's 16 degrees.
Oh my Lord. Oh God. Jeez. I'm putting on a sweater at 67. I'm like, oh God, it's cold.
I know, that was funny. That other one that used to live there was always whined because it was cold.
Yeah, it's
I was like,
cold.
shit, it's 55 degrees. I'm going outside my shorts and t-shirt.
Uh-huh. And
It's
if I
nice.
go up north, I do you know what I mean? I dress, I get all fashionable. I'm like, oh, I love the cold weather. And I have my gloves and I know all my, I like muscle
That's
memory.
why I
I
bought the
revert.
bear paws and
Mhm, mhm.
the scarves and gloves and stuff. I was
Yep.
whining because it was cold.
Yeah. Well, it is, cold. It's funny. Yeah.
16 degrees. Got to put a hoodie on to go outside.
I remember those days. I do. I do. I was a little girl that grew up sledding.
Yeah. When
Uh-huh.
it
All
gets
the boys.
to 0 and below, then we gotta break the coats out.
Yeah. And I used to love buying my coats. I used to get nice big fancy coats. They
Yep.
always had to be warm though. That was one thing with me. I would give up fashion in a second
Oh
for
yeah.
comfort and warmth.
Columbia
Not like
Bugaboo.
being, yeah.
Yep.
And I love visiting where I can jump out of heat and get into somewhere where there's heat and I, can just be cold for a little bit and I miss watching people slip on ice because, that's whether it's you or it's somebody else, it's always funny to see somebody go down.
Oh my God! Get
Terrible.
on YouTube and watch it. It's
Oh,
funny. You can get all kinds of compilations on YouTube and watch them.
oh, that's funny. I never thought about it. Go watch people slip on
Cars
ice.
and people.
What?
Cars and people.
Oh, wow. Yeah. The cars,
Yeah.
I don't think is so much funny. The people, I
Oh,
think.
cars are funny when they're going down hills and
Oh,
bouncing off of different cars going downhill and buses going down hills. Oh, it's nasty.
all right. We should
Especially
do a
over in New
whole
York when there's a lot of
episode.
them.
As soon as I figure out how to get the videos up.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, David said your dog's super clean looking.
Oh, thank you, David.
Sharp looking dog, little
She
chihuahua
needs a
named
bath.
Prada. Prada.
Say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, Prada. Aww.
She
Night,
just wants a
Prada.
cuddle.
All right, Miss Wren. I will talk to you later. Good
All
night,
right.
everybody. Night, David.
Good night, everybody.
Don't
Thanks
know
for
if Tony's
joining
still
us.
here. Night, Tony. See you tomorrow.